We are live from the home of the Pistons, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at Miami,
and you know they want to win this game, not only for redemption after losing the first time they met up, but also to be in a situation where they can still win the season series.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Here's Iverson, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. Iverson, right side. Shoots over George. Iverson, no luck. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Now, here's Mitchell. To the inside. Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now, arguably, a top 25 player.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Castle. Now Morant connects from three-point range. Morant's got 7 points.
And you look at how ready Morant was for that. He was on his spot, feet planted, ready to fire.
Now Adebayo. In the corner, it's Wiggins. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. He has 5.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
Outside, Dort to the paint. Olajuwon, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Iverson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Can't hit that one. Nice defense from Dort. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Wiggins with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bruzelis.
Wiggins assertive on the drive that time, going right into the foul while he was shooting.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
And it's Morant missing. Miami trailing. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
Now, here's George. Here's Castle. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's Iverson. And the dunk by Iverson.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Castle. Here's Bruzelis. And again, it's the Pistons missing. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Outside, Hero. Back to Adebayo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, Bam gets himself a little bit of elbow room, and that's a confident-looking shot.
And here is DiVincenzo. Pass to Stewart. Knocks down the 3-ball. Here's Adebayo. Now Hero. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Here's Bruzelis, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Heat. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Bruzelis showing a little bit of everything with that quick release.
For 3, Mitchell drops in the tray. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Now, here's Mitchell. And that one, good. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter. Stewart a screen. It's Morant with the drive. Here's Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. There's Hero with the three. Nice defense from Dort. And Morant's got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by one. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 5. Hero from long range. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now, Morant. 7 points in the game. And Morant throws it down.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Iverson.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Jaquez. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
Iverson gets the bucket. Iverson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Morant with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. Morant outside. Trains it beyond the arc. Morant's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Iverson. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Bona. He has yet to score. Pistons have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Iverson outside. Pass to Adebayo. 5 on the clock. They get it again. And here's Wiggins. Three-pointer. Bam Adebayo, and that's good. Adebayo's got his 2nd basket of the night. Here's Morant. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Outside, Dort. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. For the tie, got a hand on it.
And that's a relentless effort from Dort, just a great physical defender.
And Iverson throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Miami grabs the miss. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And they're playing through a string of road games that will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Where good.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Down low. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, I love seeing him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate with the best of them.
It's blocked. And they get it back. Count that one for Dort.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Hero with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. That one falls. Hero's got 6.
The Hero comes into the game in attack mode, going right at the defense off the dribble.
Now here's Olajuwon. Here's Castle. Scoreless thus far. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Pass to Iverson. Outside, Hero. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Castle.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Morant outside. It's Dort on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Heat with the lead. Iverson with the ball. Dort covering. Here's Wiggins. And no good that time. Good D by Olajuwon. Now here's Morant. Stewart in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. There's 1:17 left for the third. Pass to Love. Higgins outside. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. 59 seconds left to play in the third. And here is DiVincenzo. Nothing on the board. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And DiVincenzo, he can really get up there.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. It's a one-point game. Fires the three. And again, it's the Heat missing. It's Dort on the wing. 6 points for him. Pass to Stewart. 6 to shoot. Good on the triple. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead.
A good sign here as Stewart showing he has the range to step back and do that.
Now Hero. Wallace with it to end the drought. A shot missing. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Piston. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Heat trailed by 4. Mitchell looking it over. Pass to Adebayo. There's the triple. Dort grabs the miss. And here are the Pistons. DiVincenzo with it. There's a screen. Pass to Bona. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Ware. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Morant. Olajuwon inside. Launches it. And it's Morant missing.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Kicks it out to Hero. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, it's one thing to stay balanced, but you really have to stay concentrated. That's a tough bucket by Tyler Hero.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage that three-point line.
Morant with the bucket.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Has to wear the tray. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now here's Morant. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Castle. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Tyler Hero picks one up.
And what makes Castle so difficult to guard is that he keeps defenders off balance with his constant change of pace.
He's able to hit the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And it's the Heat with the ball. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Adebayo, and it's blocked.
But Stewart hustling over. He saw that shot coming, and he was there for the taking.
Pass to Iverson. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Detroit. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Morant outside. Clock at 4. Detroit needs to get off the shot. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pistons.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Has to wear. Heat moving the ball around. And here's Morant. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up.